Hello, my name is Patrick Epler, and today I would like to talk to you about public and private prisons, but more specifically the aspects of each, and then finally how they're similar. So, have you ever wondered, who owns the prison that might be in your local area or community? Or have you ever wondered how secure a prison might be that might be in your local area? These are questions that you might ask yourself when determining what area you might want to live in, or if you're going to buy a house, because the type of prison that's in your area could determine things such as the taxes you'll have to pay, the property taxes that you'll have to pay, or the overall safety of your neighborhood, or it could even determine the value of your real estate. So I've had to deal with the public and private prisons because I'm a sociology criminology major, and in this degree I really have to deal with public and private prisons. I've had to write numerous reports, give presentations. I've actually had to visit both a private and public prison. And so this makes me really knowledgeable on the aspects of both private and public prisons and how they operate and what they actually do. So public and private prisons both have their positives and their negatives, and each has their own setting that they can be used in that's best suited for them. So today I'm going to discuss the private prisons and the public prisons, and then finally I would like to just wrap up with some of the similarities between the two. So what is a private prison, and how's it ran, and how did it really become to be? Well, private prisons are ones that are owned by an individual or a group of individuals, almost like your local business. Private prisons came to be in about 1979. That was because the U.S. Congress enacted the Percy Amendment, or also known as the Justice System Improvement Act, depending on where you get your research from. But this legalized the privatization of prisons, and so this is when it really started to come into action. But there are still currently 19 states that do not use these type of prisons, so while they have become increasingly popular over the years, they are still not quite where the government had hoped that they would be by this point. Private prisons were a direct result of the increase in incarceration rates from about 1980 to 2008, when the incarceration rate quadrupled from about 500,000 to 2.3 million people. This really led to the government scrambling to find a way to house inmates, and so rather than trying to build prisons sporadically and pay all that money, the government subcontracted this out to private businesses and private people to build these, and so this was hopefully going to make it cheaper for the government in the long run to house these criminals. But in an evaluation of 24 different studies, they have found that there really is no cost difference between the two, and so this kind of blew up in the government's face a little bit. But also kind of how the private prison operates is that the government would also pay these private prisons to house the inmates. They would just pay for the food and the housing of the inmates. So also the private prisons are actually driven by the competition market, and so they're always constantly using and implementing new technology into their prisons to stay competitive with other prisons to get the government's money, and they must also stay at a 90% capacity rate in order to maintain the government's money, and so that's really important. And so you see a lot of people being shuttled into private prisons so that they can maintain their money from the government. So now that we've discussed a little bit about the private prisons, let's jump to the public prisons and some of their aspects. So while public prisons are slowly becoming obsolete, they're still used in every state and operate differently than private prisons, but do have their purpose. Public prisons are run by the government, so the government is responsible for every aspect of running the prison, feeding, housing, utilities, every aspect that goes into running a prison. There is no competition for funding for the public prisons, so the government has no real need to use newer technologies or to seek them out. While they do use them if they come their way, they are not constantly seeking them out to make their prison the top notch and as secure as it can be sometimes. Public prisons are usually hire ex-military or ex-cops for their security guards, because the public prison is much more focused on military-style type of prisoning rather than the private prison, which is more focused on just money-based competitive market and trying to do things the cheapest way they can. So now that we've discussed some of the aspects of private and public prisons, I'd like to talk about some of the similarities between the two. So while private and public prisons do have their differences, they also do have some commonalities. Both prisons are focused on the safety of the inmates and the safety of the community in which they're in, and that can be really important, and that is really important. Both prisons are always trying to use and implement new technology and to keep prisons safe and secure. And finally, both prisons are funded by the government, and it's just a matter of actually who owns the prison and who runs the prison and who decides where the money goes. So there really is no difference in who's paying for it, it's just how it's being paid for. But there's always a constant debate on the use and effectiveness of private and public prisons, but each has their positives and their negatives and can be used in different situations. So to review kind of what we've talked about, we have discussed the aspects of a private prison, the aspects of a public prison, and then we've discussed the similarities that the two share. Public and private prisons both have their positives and negatives, and each can be used in a different kind of setting. It just depends on where you're at and how you want to use it. Private prisons and public prisons, I would like to ask you, which do you think is better, and which do you think is the best prison suited for today, and which prison do you think will be the prison of the future? So just a few questions to leave you on. Thank you very much.